John Beltran back for some Colorado High School Activities Association baseball right here on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com from Brush. As the Valley Vikings and Bee Diggers are underway, we had some technical issues. Let's run through that top of the first inning for Valley. They were able to get 2 hits, and they had another man reaching a fielder's choice, but Kyle Rosenbrock, the Bee Diggers starting pitcher who threw 22 pitches, was able to generate a strikeout to end that half inning. So Valley does not score, and now we head to the bottom of the first. Here's the Bee Diggers starting lineup. Brought to you by T.O. Charlie's for a great used car truck. If you don't see what you want in the lot, they'll find it for you at T.O. Charlie's, 700 West Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. Batting first is the shortstop Gregory Maris. Left fielder Eric Garcia hits second. Mitch Tormolen, the first baseman, bats third. The pitcher Kyle Rosenbrock, who, by the way, is making his first start of the year against a Valley team that has scored an average of 15.5 runs over the last 4 games, is batting fourth. Trevor Blake, the catcher, hits fifth. Jesus Cardenas, the second baseman, will bat sixth. Ryan Hirschfeld, the DH, hits seventh. The third baseman, Tyler Monday, bats eighth. And the center fielder, Dylan Acosta, bats ninth. For Valley defensively, we will set them up right now for you. At first base is Joe Dellenbach. Spencer Gill at second. Blake Brazel at third. Drew Matsushima is the shortstop. Ryan Hodson in left. Jacob Joseph in center. Sam Chavez in right. Keith Huntington behind the plate, and the right-hander Carter Chacong is on the mound. We'll set the stage for this game a little bit more after the issues we had here in the top of the first inning. Valley coached by Steve Kissler, the Bee Diggers by Mark Muniz, and the fastball is up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Dylan Acosta made a great sliding catch in right center field to begin this game. That really saved what could have been a disastrous inning, or not disastrous, but a tough inning for the Bee Diggers. Fastballs in the dirt, 2-0. Now Valley's 10-6, Brush is 9-6. Both their teams are 6-2 in Patriot League play, and tied for second with the University and Weld Central. And that is over the plate for a strike on an off-speed pitch. It's 2-1 at the knees. Now the Bee Diggers do have a little bit of advantage that we'll talk about in a second. 2-1. Fastball, check, swing, no. 3-1. The Bee Diggers, they're going to call that a strike? Oh, that is horrendous. That's going to be 2-2. I can't believe that's called a strike on the first base side. 2-2. Swung on and grounded foul. Yeah, that is, there's no way he went around there. That is horrendous. Maris barely turned. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Bee Diggers shortstop. And that is up and in, 3-2. Now, the 3 teams I mentioned, besides Brush, University, Weld Central, and Valley, are all 6-2, but University, Valley, and Weld Central have not played Eaton yet, and the Bee Diggers have. And University is playing Eaton today. And the payoff pitch, and that is called strike 3 at the knees. And there's 1 down. As Gregory Mares, who leads the team with 14 walks, is called out on strikes. And that'll bring up Eric Garcia. Garcia on the year is hitting .327, and he's driven in 11. The only lefty in the Bee Digger lineup, the pitch, and that is over but low. 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, the winner of this game has the inside track to second place in the Patriot League behind Eaton. And that's right there for a strike with a fastball at the knees. And the count is level at 1-1. Bee Diggers will have 3 games in 4 days next week. Monday at home against Resurrection Christian. Tuesday in Keensburg against Weld Central. Swung on, fouled up the first base side. And then Thursday to close out the regular season here against Berthoud. But if Brush wins this game, they're 7-2. And they would be in possession of second place along with Weld Central, unless University upsets Eaton and the curveball is up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. To the left fielder, Eric Garcia. Wind and pitch. Curveball is lined towards right center field for a base hit by Garcia with 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Well, Valley did load the bases in the top of the first on 2 hits and a fielder's choice. And here is Mitch Tormolen. Tormolen with a big year. 3 homers, 20 RBIs, and a very healthy .353 batting average. Stretch and pitch. Swung on and fisted slowly on the ground toward short. Matsushima to his right, drops the ball, no play. And Tormolen's going to reach on the air on the slow roller. Tough call there because it would have been a tough play, but if he fields it cleanly, then there would have been an out there. Here's Kyle Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock, the fourth-place hitter, looking to help himself. He was 0 for 5 on Thursday in the 13-2 win over Platte Valley, and that ball's down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Rosenbrock only hitting .222, but hitting .312 with runners in scoring position. And that's a big stat there, the pitch. And that's inside with a fastball. And the right-hander Chacon falls behind a 2-0 opening pitch today. Brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance, locally in Fort Morgan and Brush. Offering home, health, auto, farm, business, and workers' compensation insurance. Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance up and in with another fastball. It's 3-0. And the B-Diggers are looking to duplicate what Valley did when they loaded the bases in the top of the first, but Valley did it with 2 down. Only 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Garcia off of second. Tormolen at first. 3-0 is right over the plate for a strike at the knees. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike. No score here between the Vikings and the B-Diggers. 3-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded foul up the third base side into the Digger dugout. And it's 3-2. Yeah, the B-Diggers wanting to go with a hard-throwing right-hander in Rosenbrock because of Valley's explosive offense the last several games. Payoff pitch. Swung on, driven deep into left field. That ball is way back there, and that ball's going to be up against the fence. Garcia's around third. He's going to score. Tormolen sprints towards third. He'll be held up. It's an RBI double by Kyle Rosenbrock. And the B-Diggers in the bottom of the first inning have a 1-0 lead. And again, Rosenbrock showing how well he hits with runners in scoring position. As Ryan Hodson gave it a chase, but to no avail. And the B-Diggers will send up Trevor Blake. Blake with 14 RBIs on the season, hitting .306, but he's hitting .429 with runners in scoring position. Wind and pitch. Fastball is upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. B-Digger fans settling in, including my buddy Kevin Fergus here. The wind and the 1-0 upstairs, and Kevin's hoping that the B-Digger score as many runs the Rockies did last night. 11-1 in the fourth and 18 in the game, and beating the Mets 18-9. We'll have the second game of the series, 5:30 Rockies on deck, and that is on the inside corner for a strike. Took something off, and it's 2-1. Valley dressed in their black jerseys with the gold numerals and the white pants. B-Diggers in all gray today with the maroon numerals and lettering. Swung on, driven towards left field. That is going to be dropping in for a base hit. Advancing to third was the courtesy runner Peterson as Tormolen scores on the RBI single from Trevor Blake, his 15th RBI in the year. And the B-Diggers now lead by a score of 2-0. Looking to really build a big inning are the B-Diggers right now. And here is Jesus Cardenas, who's been moved up in the lineup, even though Hirschfeld behind him has been smoking the ball coming off that 3-hit performance against Platte Valley. And that pitch is down. Looked like a changeup, 1 ball and no strikes. Looks like Jesus a permanent part of this lineup now. And well-deserved, hitting .391 on the season. Runners take their leads, 1-0. Swung on, line towards center field. Coming on is Joseph, and he'll make the catch. The throw towards the plate, and it's going to be cut off anyway. Alec Peterson will score on the sac fly by Jesus Cardenas. And the B-Diggers now lead 3-0. And here comes Ryan Hirschfeld. So the B-Diggers off to an outstanding start. And speaking of great starts, Hirschfeld is murdering the ball, a homer and 10 RBIs, and hitting .447 down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. You can follow us pitch by pitch at KSIRsports.com. Leading off of first is Blake, the offering. Swung on and fouled straight back, and the count is level. at 1 ball and 1 strike to Ryan Hirschfeld, the 7th-place hitter in the lineup. The Bay-Diggers have already put together a very nice inning here after Valley had the bases loaded and did not score in the top of the first. Swung on, foul back. But keep in mind, during this 4-game winning streak, Valley trailed Strasburg on Tuesday 11-4 in the bottom of the 7th and scored 7 in the 7th and 1 in the 8th to stun Strasburg 12-11. So the Bee-Diggers know this game is far from over. 1-2, and that curveball low and away. Throw back to first, and Blake is back in standing. And the count is level at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The stretch and offering. Swing and a miss on a fastball down and in. And the freshman Chacon strikes out the sophomore Ryan Hirschfeld. In the inning for the Bee-Diggers, 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 man left. Let's head to the second. Brush 3, Valley nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.
John Beltran back at Sunset Baseball Field in Brush. We head to the top of the second inning, and Carter Chacon on an 0-2 pitch just grounded to the shortstop, Gregory Maris. And there's 1 down. Blake Brazel takes a strike, then a ball low and away as we've cleaned up our signal here from Sunset Baseball Field. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a bender. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rosenbrock has got every pitch in the book despite only being a freshman, and he throws hard. And Valley needs somebody to challenge them because they have been big time the last 4 games, scoring an average of 15.5 runs. That fastball's up and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Blake Brazel, the right-handed hitting Valley Viking. Swung on and popped foul and out of play. 29 pitches thrown by Rosenbrock so far, 20 for strikes, so he's in control. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wind and offering. Swung on and popped up at the infield on the right side. The second baseman, Jesus Cardenas, settles under it, makes the catch, and there's 2 down. 2 down here in the top of the second inning. And in steps Spencer Gill. Gill, the right-handed hitting second baseman for Valley. Hitting with an open stance. With the bases empty here in the second, the pitch. Fastball is up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. At 502 Ensign in downtown Fort Morgan, the place to shop for your appliance needs is B&B Appliance, a member of the Brand Source retail program. Swung on in line towards right center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Dylan Acosta giving chase to his left, and a nice job of holding Gill to a single. And Acosta's played some excellent defense already in center field. So 2 down for center fielder Jacob Joseph. Joseph is the leadoff hitter in this lineup. He was robbed of a base hit on a diving catch by Acosta in right center. The pitch, and that's a strike. Took something off it on the outer half, thigh high, and it's 0-1. Brush leading 3-0. They were benefited by an error in the bottom of the first inning. And the pitch, swing and a miss, and a ball down and in. Took something off it. Foul tipped into the catcher's glove. It's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Rosenbrock had a big RBI double. Blake with an RBI single. And called strike 3. Fastball outside corner just above the knees. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Brush 3. Valley nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Brush 3, Valley nothing in a very critical Patriot League baseball game here from Sunset Field in Brush. And the Bee-Diggers will send up Tyler Monday, Dylan Acosta, and Gregory Maris. And Tyler Monday is coming off a monster game, a 3-hit performance against Platte Valley in the 13-2 victory. And he's now hitting .250 on the year. And that might not sound like much, but he's come back from a little bit of a hole. And he fouls it straight back. It's no balls and 1 strike against the right-hander, Carter Chacon. We have 2 freshmen throwing in this game. No balls and 1 strike to Monday. And the pitch swung on line towards center field for a base hit. by Tyler Monday, and he continues his hot streak for the Bee Diggers. And Brush has the leadoff man on for the first time. They scored 3 in the first inning, but did not have the leadoff man on in that inning. And in steps Dylan Acosta, the right-handed hitting center fielder, another guy having a big year for Brush. And he fouls it straight back on the opening pitch. Acosta's hitting .333 with no homers and 11 RBIs. The right-hander Chacon gets the sign from Huntington and the pitch, and that ball nearly hit him, backs him off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Welcome home to your hometown grocery store featuring Morgan County's largest variety, the Brush Grocery Cart. Monday with a 2-step lead. 1-1, and that is in the dirt, blocked by Huntington on the changeup. 2 balls and 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the second inning from Sunset Baseball Field, a game that was supposed to start at 11, but they decided to start it at 1. That pitch is a strike because of the inclement weather yesterday. They wanted to make sure the field was in good shape. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Bee Digger center fielder, and it's in outstanding shape. And he pitched to Acosta, and that is low and away. Again, another off-speed pitch. 3-2. The Bee Diggers are going for their 4th consecutive win. And the payoff pitch upstairs with a fastball, and Acosta walks. And that'll send up Gregory Maris. Big hitter in this inning for Chacon. He could see an early exit if he can't get Maris out. They're down 3-0, first and second, nobody out. But he did strike out Maris in the opening frame on a called third strike. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Swung on and laced and caught over there at third. Throw back to second. That'll be a double play. As Tyler Monday is doubled up on a line shot. Hit by Gregory Maris to the third baseman, Blake Brazel. And then Spencer Gill was covering over at second. So there's 2 down for Eric Garcia.
Number 7, left fielder Eric Garcia.
The stretch. And Chacon comes home. Swung on and fouled straight back and out of play. No balls and 1 strike. Yeah, that was hit extremely hard, but nothing you can do. If you're Monday, he was only a few steps off the bag. Swung on and fouled off to the left. No balls and 2 strikes. Well, that's baseball for you. I mean, sometimes you hit it soft, you get a base hit. You hit a bullet like Maris did, and it's an out, and it keeps Valley in the game. The stretch and the 0-2 pitch. Upstairs, outside. 1-2 to the Bee Digger left-handed hitter. The left fielder, Eric Garcia. And the offering, and that's upstairs. Might have been a curveball, but it didn't do anything. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Off of first is Acosta. 2-2 pitch, and that's down and in. 3-2. Already 44 pitches thrown by Chacon through an inning and 2/3. And Acosta will be running on the pitch. He's got a very short lead over there. And the payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled back. That was up in the zone, but Garcia wasn't taking any chances. And the count remains at 3-2 to Eric Garcia. In the bottom half of the second inning with the Bee Diggers leading by 3. Acosta will take off again. The offering swung on, fouled straight back. Another pitch up in the zone. It remains at 3-2 and extends the pitch count by the freshman Carter Chacon. Acosta again will take off with a pitch. Swung on and driven towards right field. Coming on is Chavez. He'll make the catch. And the inning is over. Well, the Beet Diggers had a slight threat in that inning, but they do not score. For Brush, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. A big double play helped Valley's cause. We head to the 3rd inning. Valley trails Brush as the Beet Diggers lead 3-0 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Brush 3, Valley nothing. I'm John Beltran as we head to the 3rd inning at Sunset Baseball Field. The Beet Diggers with 3 runs on 4 hits. Valley with no runs on 3 hits. They made a big error that came in the bottom of the 1st inning, leading to one of those Beet Digger runs as stepping in for Valley and swinging and grounding it to Monday at 3rd as he throws to 1st to retire Keith Huntington, who is now 1 for 2 after singling in the opening frame. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that'll send up the 3rd place hitter, Sam Chavez. Chavez hit into that fielder's choice on that grounder to the right of Rosenbrock, and he tried to go to 2nd, but that would have been a very tough play. The pitch, the breaking ball is low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Rosenbrock making his first start of the year, and this is a huge one. And the pitch, swag, and a miss, blew it right by Chavez, and the count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. You would think that going into this game, this would be a high-scoring game with Brush scoring 33 runs in their last 3 and Valley 62 in their last 4. Swung on and fisted on the right side, but it's going to be foul off the hitter before it got to Rosenbrock, and it's 1-2. But so far, Rosenbrock has pitched extremely well, even though he's given up 3 hits in the game, but they've been spread out. So this is a critical week and weekend in the Patriot League. We know that Eaton's going to win the Patriot League unless all of a sudden they fall apart for some unexpected reason. And the 1-2 swung on, fouled straight back by Sam Chavez. And the count remains at 1-2. Here's the wind and pitch. Low and away. Oh, no, he went. They're going to say he went and struck out. And Chavez is called out on strikes. On the ball down and away. Beet Diggers got a little bit of a break there. Yeah, it looked like a check swing, but he's called out. And here's Drew Matsushima, who struck out looking in his first at-bat. So 2 down and the bases empty in the 3rd, and the Beet Diggers leading 3-0. The pitch, swag, and a miss on a bender, down and away. And it is 0-1. The Valley right-handed hitting shortstop awaits the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. Same pitch, same result. It's 0-2. And actually that ball dove even more out of the strike zone. It was not in the strike zone. No balls and 2 strikes to Matsushima. Rosenbrock in attack mode. The pitch. Fastball is inside. That's the thing with Rosenbrock. He's not afraid to go inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Laying down the sign is Trevor Blake. And the pitch. And the curveball called strike 3 on the inside corner. And the inning is over. 1-2-3 for Kyle Rosenbrock, who registers 2 strikeouts in the inning. 2.5 complete. Brush 3, Valley nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Brush 3, Valley nothing as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It'll be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Mitch Tormolen, Kyle Rosenbrock, and Trevor Blake against the right-hander, Carter Chacon.
Mitch Tormolen.
And the pitch is in the dirt to the screen. 1 ball, no strikes. Tormolen reached on an error by the shortstop Matsushima in the opening frame, a frame in which the Beet Diggers scored 3 runs. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch, that is inside with a changeup. 2-0. Tormolen settling back in. And the 2-0 offering, and that is on the outside corner for a strike at the knees. Ball 2, strike 1. To Mitch Tormolen, the leadoff hitter for the Beet Diggers in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And the pitch, and that is on the outside corner for a strike, thigh high. And the count is level at 2-2. Tormolen awaits the pitch. Curveball is popped up into foul territory. The first baseman, Dellenbach, will make the catch, and there's 1 down. And here comes Kyle Rosenbrock, who had an RBI double in the first inning. That was the first of 3 runs the Beet Diggers would score. Once again, you can follow us pitch by pitch at KSIRsports.com. Click on the appropriate link. Swag and a miss on a ball down and in. It's 0-1. That was pretty much the same pitch that Rosenbrock hit for a RBI double in the first. And the offering. Curveball is low and away. The count is level at 1-1. This Valley team lost to Weld Central 13-8 and to Meade 10-2. They've won all the other Patriot League games, and that ball nearly hit them on the fastball. And it is 3-0. Line and pitch, and that is in the dirt. Check it. It's now 3-1. 3 consecutive balls after a strike, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Wind and offering, and that is low and away, and Rosenbrock walks. So he's on for Trevor Blake, who had that RBI single in the first inning. That at that point gave the Beet Diggers a 2-0 lead. Alec Peterson, the courtesy runner, will be out there for Rosenbrock. As the Beet Diggers are looking to build on this advantage.
Batting number 3, catcher Trevor Blake.
And Peterson's got plenty of speed out there. The stretch and the offering. And that's outside with a fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. And Chacon's been all over the place. 31 strikes and 27 balls thus far. The stretch. Huntington lays down the sign. The pitch. Fastball upstairs. Throw back to first. Back in standing is Peterson. 2 balls, no strikes. And that's 6 consecutive balls thrown by Chacon. The pitch. That is right there. Took something off it on the outside half for a strike at the knees. Ball 2, strike 1 to the Beet Digger catcher. Chacon working quickly, and he delivers. Swung on and lifted towards left field to his left, and settling under it, making the catch is Hodson. Retreating to first is Peterson, and there are 2 down. Looked like it hit it off the end of the bat. Jesus Cardenas had a sac fly in the opening frame as he settles into the batter's box.
Now batting number 6, second base.
The stretch.
Jesus Cardenas.
And the pitch. Swung on, fouled off to the right. Got in on his fist. No balls and 1 strike. Cargill Meat Solutions takes as much pride in the community just as they do in the products they provide to their consumers. Cargill Meat Solutions, part of the KSIR B106 scholarship program, as the breaking ball is upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. We'll be with you on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday next week, all at 4 o'clock or maybe a little bit earlier. Some of these games start early during the week. The pitch in the dirt, blocked by Huntington on the changeup. 2 balls, 1 strike. Beet Diggers with an RBI double from Rosenbrock, a run-scoring single from Blake, and the sac fly by Jesus, and a 3-0 lead in the third. The pitch in the dirt again on the changeup. 3-1, and Ryan Hirschfeld, who's had a huge season offensively, is on deck. Jesus awaits the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and grounded left side for a base hit. In between the 5-6 hole, Peterson advances to second. And the Beet Diggers have their 5th hit of the game. And Jesus is 1 for 1. Didn't hit it hard, but hit it in the right spot. Hirschfeld struck out swinging. But as we mentioned, going into this game, hitting well over 400.
23, designated hitter Ryan Hirschfeld.
The stretch. Hirschfeld has a home run this year, and he takes it for a strike. A changeup on the outer half. It's 0-1. With 2 down and 2 on in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Chacon stretches. And the offering, and that is in the dirt. Throw back to second. Peterson back in sliding. He's safe. Spencer Gill applied the tag. But Peterson got back in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hirschfeld awaits the pitch, Here it is. Low and away. Backhanded nicely by Huntington. 2 balls and 1 strike. Now Hirschfeld in the hitter's count. You know that Chacon's got to come in with something. Down 2-1. The offering up and in. Ball 3, strike 1 to Ryan Hirschfeld. And Chacon's been in jams in each of the first 3 innings. Hirschfeld awaits the 3-1, and that is on the outside corner for a strike. 3-2. He flipped his bat away, but it looked like it caught the corner from here. We don't have the perfect angle, but obviously he thought it was outside. 3-2. The runners will be going. Peterson from second, Cardenas from first. And the offering swung on and driven about 50 feet foul down the left side. Way out in front of that pitch. It remains at 3-2. Had to swing at that one. That was up and in, but it's he's got to expand the zone right now with a 3-2 count. And Chacon steps off. Chacon has averaged 24 pitches an inning, and he's still not out of the third. And the 3-2. Swung on, driven to left field. Hodson is way back towards the track, and that ball is gone! It's a 3-run homer for Ryan Hirschfeld, his second round tripper of the year. And the Beat Diggers have doubled their advantage. Brush, 6. Valley, nothing. And on one swing, the Beat Diggers have broken this thing wide open. So he took the same swing as he did on the previous pitch, but he straightened it out. And the red-hot Tyler Monday will settle in. However, we'll have a visit to the mound, and let's see if that does it for Carter Chacon. Or will he stay in the game in the third inning? And Beat Digger fans have a lot to look forward to with Hirschfeld. I mean, he is only a sophomore and destroying the baseball so far this season. And Chacon will stay in the game. Tyler Monday is 4 out of his last 5, as he had a base hit in his first at bat. The right-hander
Number 27, third baseman.
delivers. Swung on and fisted up the middle. The shortstop Matsushima will field, throw in front of the bag for the out. Monday's retired on 1 pitch, and the inning is over. But the Beat Diggers get 3 runs on a 3-run homer from Ryan Hirschfeld. They had 2 hits in the inning, no errors and nobody left. 3 complete. Brush 6, Valley nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Beat Diggers lead the Valley Vikings 6-0 as we head to the 4th inning. And Kyle Rosenbrock getting his first start of the season on the hill. Pitching some excellent baseball. Here's Joe Dellenbach, who singled to left in the opening frame when Valley easily had their best threat. They left the bases loaded.
Leading off for the Vikings, number 23, Joe Dellenbach.
Here's the wind and pitch. Swung on and grounded to the second baseman, Cardenas. He's got it on a tough hop. Throws to first, and there's 1 down. That was not that easy of a play for Jesus, as it took a little bit of a tricky hop, but the junior stayed with it. And here's Ryan Hodson, who struck out swinging
Number 7, left fielder, Ryan Hodson.
in his first at bat. Here's the wind by Rosenbrock and the pitch and the breaking ball. Ooh, it missed a little bit upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Rosenbrock with 3 strikeouts, make it 5 strikeouts and no walks as of yet. The pitch low with a heater. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 balls and no strikes to Hudson. And the offering swung on and driven to center field. Acosta to his left, a few steps back, is under it, makes the one-handed catch, and there's 2 down. And Dylan Acosta got an excellent jump and made the play look very easy. And here is Carter Chacon, who grounded to Gregory Mares in the 2nd inning. Hitting from the left side is Chacon. Two left-handed hitters in this lineup for Valley. The other is Dellenbach. And that fastball's a strike at the knees. No balls and one strike to the freshman, Carter Chacon. The offering. Swing and a miss on a bender in the dirt. 0-2. Rosenbrock looking to make this another quick inning. The pitch. Bounces it up there. Yeah, the one thing with Rosenbrock, he knows how to throw a waste pitch. He had an 0-2 pitch up and in to Matsushima. To that 0-2 pitch in the dirt, trying to get Chacon to essentially swing at the same thing he swung at pitch number 2. 1-2. Swing and a miss on a curveball. Strikeout number 6 for Kyle Rosenbrock. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. 3.5 complete. The Bee Diggers lead the Valley Vikings in Brush 6-0 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Well, on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon, the Bee Diggers are putting together maybe their best performance of the season. They've got a 6-0 lead at home on the Valley Vikings, a team that is 10-6 overall and 6-2 in league play going in. Bee Diggers have the same league record and have a 9-6 overall record. It'll be the 9-1-2 hitters for the Bee Diggers against the freshman right-hander Carter Chacon, Dylan Acosta, Gregory Maris, and Eric Garcia. Acosta walked in his first plate appearance.
Leading off for the Diggers, number 10.
Here's the wind and pitch. Swung on and popped up extremely high in shallow center field. Jacob Joseph to his left makes the catch. And there's one down. Here is Gregory Maris. Maris struck out looking and then hit that scorching line drive that was caught by the third baseman Blake Brazel, and he turned it into a 5-4 double play.
Now batting shortstop, number 11, Gregory Maris.
Wind and pitch, and that ball hits Maris on the changeup in the back. That's the third time Maris has been hit by a pitch this season. That's why his on-base percentage is so high. He's received 14 walks and 3 hit by pitches. And here is Eric Garcia. Garcia singled and then popped out. He is 1 for 2. The Bee Diggers looking to expand on this 6-0 lead. Fort Morgan Mustangs today on B106 and B106.com lost to the Roosevelt Rough Riders 6-1, and that changeup is low and in. 1 ball and no strikes. So that puts the Mustangs at 9-4 in Tri-Valley Conference play, and 13-5 overall, squaring to bunt, and that is through the catcher Huntington to the screen on the wild pitch, the speedy Maris to second. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. The first wild pitch thrown by Carter Chacon. And if he gets into another jam, we might see a new pitcher. I mean, Valley wants to make this a 7-inning game with the Bee Diggers up by 6. Brush is threatening to abbreviate this game. For all of your auto supply needs, stop by Central Auto Parts in Fort Morgan. The stretch. And the 2-0. Swung on and driven down the right field line to his left and unable to make the play for Valley. As the ball goes towards the fence is Sam Chavez. Rounding third is Maris. He will score. It's an RBI double for Eric Garcia. And the Bee Diggers in the bottom of the 4th inning now lead the Valley Vikings 7-0. And the Bee Diggers in the game now have 7 hits. And we will have a pitching change. A 2-minute break with a score. Brush 7, Valley nothing in the bottom of the 4th inning on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Peyton Chacon, another freshman right-hander, is the new pitcher. So Valley going with a lot of inexperience, but as are the Bee Diggers. They're throwing a freshman in Kyle Rosenbrock, who's been outstanding through 4 innings. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Bee Diggers lead the Valley Vikings 7-0. And this was a Valley team that has been red hot in all facets, especially offensively. Well, particularly offensively, averaging 15.5 runs in their last 4 games. Mitch Tormolin has reached on an error and popped out to the first baseman, Joe Dellenbach. He is 0 for 2. No other changes since Peyton Chacon was not in the game. The stretch. Garcia leads off of second. And the offering. Swung on in line towards left center field. That's a base hit. Eric Garcia is going to step on third. He will round third and score on the base hit from Mitch Tormolin. And Brush now leads Valley 8-0. And Tormolin drives in his 21st run of the season. The Bee Diggers pick up their 8th hit of the game. Kyle Rosenbrock is 1 for 1. He's doubled, driving in a run and walked. And you know when you're a very good player like Rosenbrock and you come off an 0 for 5 game, you're due for a great game. And he's done it on the mound and at the plate, the pitch. And that is outside with the off speed. 1 ball and no strikes. I'm John Beltran from Sunset Baseball Field in Brush. The Bee Diggers looking for their 10th win of the season and 4th in a row. And the 1-0 swing and foul tipped behind the plate. The count is level at 1-1. Northeastern Colorado's hometown savings and loan with locations in Brush and Fort Morgan is Equitable Savings and Loan. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on, 1 in. The stretch, make it 2 in. The pitch in the dirt on the breaking ball. Ball 2, strike 1. I don't remember the last time the Bee Diggers had a single run inning. All of their innings recently have been a minimum of 2 runs, multiple run frames. And that run, by the way, was charged to Carter Chacon. 2-1 pitch. Low and away. Throw back to first, back and diving is Tormolin. 3 balls and 1 strike. A lot of coaches say when their teams are winning that they're playing their best baseball. Well, if Mark Muniz said that today, you have to believe him. 3-1 to Rosenbrock. The offering. And that is right there on the changeup on the outer half at the knees. 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Huge gap in right center if Rosenbrock can exploit it. And the offering, and that is in the dirt on the breaking ball, and Rosenbrock walks.
Seems like that's where his power has been, the right center field. I mean, he's done very well hitting that.
First and second. And that'll bring up Trevor Blake. Blake has singled and popped out, and that single drove in a run in the 3-run first inning. The Bee Diggers with an 8-0 lead in the bottom of the 4th inning. The pitch, that is right there on the changeup for a strike on the outer half thigh high, and it is 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Stretch and offering, and that is right there. Throw back to second, back in standing is Tormolin. No balls and 2 strikes on the fastball at the letters. Tormolin at second, Rosenbrock at first. Peyton Chacon, the freshman right-hander, the second pitcher for Valley, will step off. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Greg Mullen is there. Let Greg Mullen work with you to get the discounts you desire and the coverage you need. State Farm agent Greg Mullen. And the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball is way outside. Ball 1, strike 2 to the Bee Digger senior catcher, Trevor Blake. Ryan Hirschfeld delivered a 3-run bomb in the bottom of the 3rd. That made it a 6-0 game. Bee Diggers have added 2 more. The pitch outside. 2-2. Yeah, you can close the book on Carter Chacon as he allowed those 8 runs. We'll get to his line momentarily. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Count remains at 2-2 to Trevor Blake. 6 of those 8 runs were earned by Chacon. And Blake awaits the 2-2 pitch. Runners take their leads. Swung on and grounded foul up the third base side. And Blake is working this right-hander. Well, that is the one thing that this Valley Viking team has struggled with recently. And that is the pitching. The last 2 games, even though they won those games. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch to Blake. Swung on and grounded to third, and to second, that is one. Spencer Gill to first off balance, and the ball is thrown away towards the side of the batting cage. Rounding third is Tormolen. He will score, as Brazel made the play initially. So it's a fielder's choice, and Tormolen scores in the air by Gill. And the B-Diggers now lead by a score of 9-0. Here's Jesus Cardenas. By the way, Trevor Blake held up at first. And that is low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. A sac fly and a single for the B-Diggers' second baseman. And that run, of course, is unearned. The stretch. And Cardenas awaits the pitch. And he takes a changeup for a strike on the inside corner. And the count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. More baseball to come at 5:30. Rockies on deck. First pitch at 6:10. Rockies are halfway towards the B-Diggers halfway towards the total last night. Swung on and driven into left center field. Jacob Joseph will find the gap, and he will close the gap and make the catch. And the inning is over. However, the B-Diggers add 3 more runs in the frame, their third 3-run inning. And they do it on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 man left. 4 complete from Sunset Baseball Field and Brush. The B-Diggers 9, the Valley Vikings nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Kyle Rosenbrock begins his 5th inning of work, and he's working on a 3-hitter. He struck out 6 and walked none, as the B-Diggers lead the Valley Vikings 9-0. But you have to believe that Valley has got some sort of rally in them, and that's only because they've scored 62 runs in the last 4 games. It also tells you how incredibly dominant Kyle Rosenbrock has been. Blake Brazel, the right-handed hitting third baseman, steps in. He popped to second in his first at-bat. Here's the wind and pitch. Fastball is upstairs. They have mastered the art here of turning the music off at the last possible second. Here's the wind and the 1-0. The fastball is down and in. 2 balls and no strikes. Only 55 pitches thrown by Rosenbrock. And the offering. That's right there, a strike at the knees with a fastball. It is 2-1 to Blake Brazel, the 8th hitter in the lineup. 8-9-1 for Valley here on the top of the 5th. The offering. Over but low. Ball 3, strike 1. 3 in the first, 3 in the third, 3 in the fourth. Fastball is upstairs. It's a leadoff walk to Brazel. The first walk issued by Kyle Rosenbrock. Your one-stop center for projects around your home, office, or yard is Ackley Building Center. Ackley Building Center, 1402 Mill Street in Brush. Spencer Gill had a base hit into right center field in his first at-bat. The stretch and the pitch. Swung on and lifted towards left center field. Dylan Acosta to his right is under it and makes the catch. And there's 1 down, as retreating to first is Blake Brazel.
Now batting center fielder, Jacob Joseph.
There's Jacob Joseph. Joseph has popped out and he's struck out. 0 for 2 in the game is the Valley right-handed hitter playing center field today. The stretch by Rosenbrock. And the offering. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. It is 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch in the dirt with another bender. Blocked by Blake. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. In the top of the 5th inning. Brush 9, Valley nothing. Rosenbrock working quickly. And the offering. Swing and a miss at a bender. Throw off his knees to first. And to no avail. Back in diving is Brazel. 1-2 to Jacob Joseph. Yeah, these Vikings are just not reading that curveball when Rosenbrock throws it. And a 1-2 pitch. Curveball called strike 3 on the inner half. That froze Joseph's 7th strikeout for Kyle Rosenbrock. And there are 2 down. And that'll bring up Keith Huntington, who singled in the first and then grounded out on the first pitch thrown to him in a second at bat to Tyler Monday, the Bee Digger third baseman. With 2 down in the top of the fifth and a man on. Rosenbrock stretches. Rosenbrock pitches. And the curveball is low and away. Ball 1, no strikes. Again, you can follow us pitch by pitch. You can do that for the Bee Diggers and for Morgan Mustangs all year at KSIRsports.com. Swung on and grounded to short. Maris has it. He'll flip the second for the force. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. 4.5 complete. From Sunset Baseball Field in Brush, the Bee Diggers with a run can win this game in 5. It's Brush 9, Valley nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back at Sunset Baseball Field where the Bee Diggers lead the Valley Vikings 9-0 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ryan Hirschfeld struck out and delivered a 3-run homer in the 3rd inning. If he takes it out right now, the game is over. And we've only played 70 minutes of baseball. You know he's thinking about ending it right now. He's got 2 homers on the year, second on the team to Mitch Tormolen. As the right-hander, Peyton Chacon, begins his first full inning of work. Here's the wind and the pitch. And he swings and grounds it sharply to third. Brazel's got it. Throw to first is right there. And Hirschfeld is out on 1 pitch. That would also preserve Kyle Rosenbrock's arm if the Bee Diggers can score a run. Tyler Monday has singled to center, and he grounded out to the third baseman, Brazel, in his second at bat, so he's 1 for 2. And Monday is big and strong. He can hit it out. He's looking for his first home run of the year. Wind and pitch, and that is all the way to the screen on the curveball. It is 1-0. No matter what your loan needs, stop by High Plains Bank at 502 Central Avenue in Wiggins. Also inquire about checking and savings accounts as well as CDs at High Plains Bank in Wiggins. And the 1-0 offering. And that is inside on the changeup, 2-0. And at 1305 Edison Street in Brush, CNC Auto Parts is your local Napa Auto Parts store. Wind and the 2-0. Swung on and grounded to the third baseman, Brazel, to his left. Sets, throws, 2 down. And that'll bring up the 9th place hitter, Dylan Acosta. Acosta has walked and popped to center. He is 0 for 1. Nice job so far done by Peyton Chacon. Here's the wind and the pitch to the Bee Digger center fielder, and that is in the dirt. Another changeup, 1 ball, no strikes. Brush got off to a 3-0 lead against the starter Carter Chacon on the RBI double from Rosenbrock. Swung on, tapped foul behind the plate. The RBI single from Blake and the sac fly by Jesus Cardenas. And then broke it open, as we mentioned, with that 3-run homer by Hirschfeld in the 3rd. And just scored 3 in the previous inning. The wind and the 1-1 offering all the way towards the screen, but it was actually cut off there on the bounce. That just slipped out of his hand. On the bender, 2 balls, 1 strike. Huntington lays down the sign. And the pitch to Acosta. And he takes a changeup just outside. Huntington wanted strike 2. Instead, it's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike with the bases empty. And 2 down in the bottom of the 5th inning. And the pitch. That is right there on the changeup. On the outer half, it's 3-2. A payoff pitch coming up to Dylan Acosta. And here it is. Outside, and he walks. And that'll give Gregory Maris a chance to hit. And if he can hit one in the gap, that could end this game, because Acosta has speed to burn. Maris is struck out, lined into a double play, and was hit by a pitch. He's 0 for 2. And Maris does have home run power. He nearly hit one out in Yuma. The pitch. Curveball is outside. And I say that home run power even though he hasn't hit one yet, but he's had some big swings this season. And the ball is flying out today. Short lead for Acosta at first. And the 1-0 pitch. And that ball, did it clip him? It did again on a slow curve. Maris is hit for the second time in as many plate appearances. First and second for Eric Garcia, who's had a big game. He's singled. He's popped to right, and he's doubled. 2 for 3. Well, Eric Garcia with a base hit could end it right now. Garcia's upped his average to 345 and hitting 391 with runners in scoring position. And, of course, thanks to our ESPN iScore program. Stretch and pitch. And that changeup is a strike on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Acosta at second. And Maris at first. And the 0-1 offering. Curveball is grounded to first. Dellenbach has got it. He will step on the bag, and we will go to the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left. Brush 9, Valley nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Brush 9, Valley nothing as we head to the 6th inning from Sunset Baseball Field in Brush. And Kyle Rosenbrock, the freshman right-hander, will face the heart of the order, Sam Chavez, Drew Matsushima, and Joe Dellenbach, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. It doesn't matter who Rosenbrock has faced today. Nothing has phased him. Chavez has hit into a fielder's choice and struck out swinging. One of 7 strikeouts today by Kyle Rosenbrock. And here is the wind and pitch. Swung on and lifted towards center field. Dylan Acosta's back several steps, but he's under it and makes the catch. And there's 1 down. You pitch to contact like Rosenbrock is capable of doing besides striking out a number of hitters. And it's proven to be successful. Drew Matsushima has been frustrated up there. He struck out twice looking. And on both strikeouts, he thought they were out of the zone.
Now batting, number 10, shortstop.
The right-handed hitting shortstop awaits the pitch. And he takes a curveball for a strike on the inner half. It is 0-1. Only 67 pitches, 46 of those for strikes thrown by Rosenbrock. And the bender's in the dirt. Only the 22nd ball he's thrown all day in 5 1/3 innings. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Wine and offering. Fastball is inside it. Back Matsushima off the plate. 2-1. Now that might have been maybe the worst pitch Rosenbrock's thrown today, and that's an exception. He's been so good. He had a jam in the first inning, a bases-loaded jam. He got out of it, and he's been awesome since then. Swing and a miss on a fastball down and in. 2-2 to Matsushima. Rosenbrock with a commanding presence on the hill. And the right-hander fires. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. Blake will throw to first to record the out. Strikeout number 8 for Kyle Rosenbrock. And 2 down in inning number 6. And here comes Joe Dellenbach. Dellenbach is singled and grounded out. So he is 1 for 2. And again, you get these big, strong hitters up there with 2 down and nobody on. As the fastball's up and away, you can just challenge these hitters. And only 1 walk issued today by Rosenbrock. 1 ball, no strikes. Wine and pitch. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. Fooled on that bender, and the count is level at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 down. The pitch swung on, grounded foul up the first base side on that curveball. For all of your title needs, visit Tim Weimer at Northern Colorado Title in Fort Morgan. It's Tim Weimer at Northern Colorado Title. And Platte Valley Hearing Center, getting your hearing to its very best. Platte Valley Hearing Center in Fort Morgan. The pitch. Curveball low and away. Ball 2, strike 2. To Joe Dellenbach. We're in the 6th inning. The Beet Diggers lead the Vikings 9-0. The pitch swung on, foul, straight back. Count remains at 2-2. And the Beet Diggers have been flawless defensively. They had a real bad game against Eaton in a 5-2 loss, but the defense has been very good today. And the curveball is just outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Joe Dellenbach. Rosenbrock gets the sign, the pitch, swung on, foul back on a fastball up at the letters. So Dellenbach is extending the at-bat. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. In fact, almost 10% of the pitches are being thrown to one batter in one sequence, and that's Dellenbach. 3-2. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt, and Trevor Blake will throw to first, or he'll just tag Dellenbach to record the out. 9th strikeout of the game. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Kyle Rosenbrock. 5.5 complete. It's all Beet Diggers here in Brush. Brush 9, Valley nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Beet Diggers are in the same position they were in the 5th inning. If they score a run, the game is over. They lead the Valley Vikings 9-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. And Kyle Rosenbrock is the story. 9 strikeouts. He's allowed just 3 hits. He had no record going into the game with 1 save, and that save was the opening game of the season against Platte Valley, and he's lowered his ERA to 2.14. And here's Mitch Tormolen, 1 for 3. Swung on and grounded foul up the third base side. Tormolen has an RBI in the game as part of that 3-run 4th inning. Leads the team with 3 homers and 21 runs batted in. And the 0-1 pitch from Peyton Chacon swung on and popped up. And that ball is headed out of play. And it is 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. We have former baseball players over there. Didn't even make a play for the ball. That was rather disturbing. I would have at least stuck a hand out. 0-2. Pitch to Tormolen. Way outside. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, the F-boys, Freehoff and Fergus, they didn't even make a play for the ball. They said, well, just let it go. And the 1-2 to Tormolen in the dirt with a breaking ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. In the bottom half of the 6th inning, the Beet Diggers with a 9-0 lead on the Valley Vikings. A 3-run first, a 3-run third, and 3 more in the 4th. And the offering. And that is off the glove of the catcher Huntington on the changeup. 3-2. Your one-stop shop for all of your banking and investment needs, from checking to savings to IRAs, is Morgan Federal Bank, 321 Ensign Street. Morgan Federal Bank, there's a difference. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Tormolen strikes out. And there's 1 down in the bottom of the 6th inning. And here is Rosenbrock. This guy has had the game of his life, and he's only a freshman. A 3-hitter, 9 strikeouts, an RBI double, and 2 walks. This will be the perfect storm if he hits a home run to end it. Wind and pitch. And that is a strike on the outside corner with a changeup. It's 0-1. Huntington lays down the sign. And the 0-1 offering. Curveball is fouled at the plate. No balls and 2 strikes. Brush and Resurrection Christian on Monday. It's a non-league game at 4 o'clock on 1010. We'll be in Keensburg on Tuesday against Weld Central. Thursday to close out the regular season here against Berthoud. Swung on and driven into left field for a base hit by Kyle Rosenbrock. And he has now been on base 4 times today. 2 for 2 in this game. And that ball was scorched. And the Beet Diggers pick up their 9th hit. Trevor Blake has an RBI single. He's popped to left. And he's grounded into a 5-4 fielder's choice. He is 1 for 3. And Alec Peterson will run for Rosenbrock. And the pitch. Swung on and driven deep to left field. Hodson to his right is going to get under it, and he will make the grab. Peterson retreats to first. And there are 2 down. Yeah, just off the end of the bat. Didn't carry as much as I thought originally. Well, Jesus Cardenas will have a chance to perhaps drive in Alec Peterson. Been a nice day for Jesus. A sac fly, a single, and he popped out. He's 1 for 2. Swag and a miss on a changeup down and in. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike with 2 down to the bottom of the 6th inning. Short lead for Peterson. And the offering. Swung on and driven towards left center field. Joseph coming on, and he makes a running basket catch. Nice play by Jacob Joseph in left center, robbing Cardenas of a base hit. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We head to the 7th. Brush 9, Valley nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Kyle Rosenbrock will attempt to go the distance with the Bee Diggers up 9-0 as we head here to the top of the 7th inning from Sunset Baseball Field. And Rosenbrock here on the top of the 7th will be facing Ryan Hodson, Carter Chacon, and Blake Brazel. 79 pitches through 6 innings for Kyle Rosenbrock. And here is Hodson, who has struck out and lined to center. Wind and pitch. Swag and a miss on a fastball down the middle at the knees. It's 0-1. Rosenbrock just attacking the hitters with a 9-run cushion. The offering. The bender is swung on and missed in the dirt. 0-2. And Rosenbrock gave up a couple of hits early, but only 3 hits total in the game, which means he's gotten even stronger. And he has struck out 9 thus far. Make it 10 in the dirt. And throwing to first is Blake. And that'll record the strikeout, 2-3. And there's 1 down. Yeah, this is just utter dominance by Kyle Rosenbrock. Peyton Chacon will hit for the first time in the game as he replaced Carter Chacon on the hill. And Peyton's done a nice job hitting from the right side. The pitch swung on and grounded down the third base line. Monday backs up and it's foul. It is 0-1. Yeah, Rosenbrock gave up 2 hits in the first and 1 in the second. He has pitched hitless baseball since then. And the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss on a pitch down and away. They just cannot read it out of his hand. It's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. The base is empty in the 7th. Brush leading Valley 9-0. The pitch, and that is just outside on the curveball. That barely missed. 1-2. This Valley team, I'll give you an idea how great Rosenbrock is pitching. 1-2 in the dirt with a curveball, 2-2. In the last 4 games, they defeated Highland 15-1, Lions 25-0, Strasburg 12-11, and University 10-9. That's 62 runs in 4 games. The pitch, and fouled back on a check swing. Didn't mean to. Try to get out of the way. Remains at 2-2. So you're picking apart a team that has averaged 15.5 runs during a 4-game winning streak. Rosenbrock 1 pitch away from strikeout number 11. Swung on and grounded right in front of the plate. Rosenbrock will glove it. He'll throw to first. 2 down in the 7th. As Rosenbrock retires Chacon. I don't see too many standing ovations in high school baseball, but hopefully the Bee Digger fans up this third base side and then the outfield will give this team and Rosenbrock, especially Rosenbrock, a big standing O because this is just awesome. The pitch, the breaking ball is a strike at the knees to Blake Brazel, who has popped out and has walked. He is 0 for 1. Wind and pitch. Swung on and lifted towards left center field. Garcia's way back there towards the track, and he dives. Did he make that catch? And he did! Holy Mahungus! What a catch by Garcia! Diving towards the track as he laid out. And it's a 1-2-3 7th inning, and that preserves the shutout for Kyle Rosenbrock. I think Garcia's going to get as big a greeting as Rosenbrock will for pitching an outstanding game. The final score, Brush 9, Valley nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Welcome to the Beat Digger post-game show, brought to you by Buildings by Design. The most important thing to buying a new building or starting a new design build project is picking the right company to build it. For a free bid, call Pat Walter or Travis Lefevre, 970-842-5837. Visit them on the web at buildingsbydesign.com. The rest of the Patriot League could be a little bit stunned that the Beat Diggers took apart the Valley Vikings. Both teams were 6-2 going in. Beat Diggers win the game 9-0, 9 runs on 9 hits, no errors, 6 left on base for Brush. No runs on 3 hits, 2 errors, and 5 left on base for Valley. The winning pitcher was Kyle Rosenbrock, as he went the distance today, recording his first win of the season in his first start. And the loss went to Carter Chacon. Time of the game, 1 hour and 32 minutes. Beat Diggers took a 3-0 lead in the first inning on the RBI double from Rosenbrock, who, by the way, was 2 for 2 with 2 walks. And then the RBI single from Blake. That was followed by a sac fly by Jesus Cardenas. Then the Beat Diggers put together a 3-run third inning, and that was a 3-run blast by Ryan Hirschfeld. Mitch Tormolin added his 21st RBI in the fourth, as the Beat Diggers improved to 10-6 overall, 7-2 in Patriot League play, as they won their 4th consecutive game, and Valley fell to 10-7 overall and 6-3 in league play. The Beat Diggers have a very realistic shot of hosting the district tournaments if they can win their last 3 games. Monday, it's a non-league game, but it does affect the overall record, obviously, against Resurrection Christian. That'll be our next game at 4 o'clock from Brush right here on 1010 and KSIR.com. On Tuesday, the Beat Diggers will play a critical game in Keensburg against Weld Central. And then Thursday, close out the regular season here in Brush against the Berthoud Spartans. All right, outstanding job by our sound engineer and producer, Rose Condas. I'm John Beltran with a final score from Sunset Baseball Field in Brush on a complete game 3-hitter from Kyle Rosenbrock. Brush 9, Valley nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.